Hey, what's up everybody? It's Uncle Mad here, whipping up a little breakfast on the Blackstone griddle. Gonna make a little breakfast hash with some of the leftover prime rib from the other night. Christmas season is officially over. We're starting the march into New Year's weekend and moving into a brand new year of 2023. With today's video, I wanted to take time to look back over what we did on the channel 2022, so this is kind of a recap review. We're looking at the highlights, we look at the lowlights. Certainly one of the highlights of the year was this beautiful Blackstone griddle that my wife got me for my birthday. I have probably used this more than any other grill I've used my entire life because it has so much versatility to be able to cook, 100 different things. Unlike old grills with like the wire grates, you couldn't make a breakfast hash. It couldn't be like sauteing up tater tots and then scrambling eggs on that because it would all just fall through. This is not a paid advertisement for a Blackstone grill, just saying. I'm standing in front of it and it's in my head that this is a really good thing that happened to me in 2022. But this is going to be more about what we did in the channel this year, what were the highlights, what were the lowlights. I'm going to show you, YouTube sends out like a little email to people with channels of their year in review. And these numbers aren't anything spectacular. I'm not like some kind of major YouTuber, obviously, but they kind of blew me away because I never thought this channel was going to have more than like 20 subscribers, which was like my friends and maybe a couple family members watching the videos. 2022, we had 143,000 total views, 397,000 watch minutes, 3,500 total likes, 490 new subscribers. August was the month that I got the most views. Top videos of the year: Nashville SC versus Philadelphia Union live game day experience, first match at Geodis Park. First look at, and then the other video, number 2, was first look at the Nashville Soccer Club's new stadium, open training at Geodis Park. Number 3, and this is weird, this is a video from last year, Mexico Vacation 2021 that begins, travel and first night at Bahia Principe CN Con. So, obviously the things that drove the expansion of the channel this year were basically doubled in subscribers this year. The big one early in the year was the opening of Geodis Park, so that's not something you're going to necessarily replicate next year. You can't open a new stadium every year, although we will have the Titans Stadium likely opening in 2026, which if I'm still around in 2026, I'll certainly document that on the channel. And the other one that kind of caught me off guard was Mexico videos from last year had a big surge this year, and the Jamaica videos from this year have started to kind of pick up the same kind of steam. So like, I don't know if there's just that, like I watch a lot of the Disney YouTube videos to get information about the parks and stuff like that, and there's like big Disney YouTubers out there. My YouTube videos when I go to Disney get about like 50, 60 views. But maybe there's not a lot of Bahia, people putting on videos on YouTube, so those get a lot more views than other stuff I do because people are looking for that information. So that's why in the Jamaica videos this year, I try to make those a little bit more informative as opposed to just me stumbling around a resort acting like an idiot. So I try to do a little bit more of that. Obviously, we can't go to Bahia every week. I'd love to, but, we'll have a Bahia vacation, at least 1, maybe 2 next year. So, we'll continue with that and other things like that. I'll try to be a little more informative, provide more context to the stuff I'm doing when I'm going out and doing stuff. But we'll be back in Nissan Stadium. We'll definitely be back in Nissan Stadium. Titans games every week. Thursday night, football against the Cowboys is going to get slaughtered. But we'll be right back to Geodis Park sooner than later. February 25th, opening up the season there. So you'll see a lot of the same stuff on the channel, but we'll talk about that in a future video. Today is about what we did in 2022. So I want to look at the videos. What were the biggest videos? What were my favorite videos? What were some of the funniest moments? What were some of the dumbest moments? To do that, I'm just going to pull up the channel on my computer. I'm going to look through, go back to the very first video we did in 2022, see what that was, because I don't even remember at this point, and we'll just go from there. But first, breakfast. Not a bad way to start the day as we look back on 2022. All right, so I got my computer pulled up. We're scrolling through to look back on the year that was, starting with the very first vlog of 2022, which fittingly enough was Catterday. Catterday, January 1st. Larry's in the worst place he's ever been. Oh God. 18 total views. Those Catterday videos are weird, man. Like sometimes they get like 7 views, and I've had others that like spike up to like 500 to 1,000 views. I don't understand what sometimes the Catterday videos get caught in the algorithm on YouTube and sometimes they don't. I don't know. Those are always weird. The first full vlog of 2022 was 2022 Has Arrived, New Year's resolutions. I don't really remember what all was on there. I know I said no beer this year. I made it to April, which, you know, that's not necessarily that impressive. I'm not a drinker, so I don't drink that much. Anyway, I only drink for content on the channel, but I went from January to April without having a beer. So no beer this year, almost made it. I probably said I wanted to get in better shape. Everybody always says that with their New Year's resolutions. Kind of fluctuated throughout the year. Probably did good for one stretch, but the last like month and a half, looking back as I've been editing the videos, not so much. Not doing really great on that now, but I got a big event coming up in a week where I'm gonna have to run 13 miles. We'll talk more about that in a future video, but turning the corner. We'll get back on that train at some point this year, I'm sure. Then we had a few vlogs here. Lost vlog, the Disney Dining at Home. First big vlog of 2022 was Whataburger has arrived in Nashville. We got our first ever Whataburger in Nashville, I think in a while. There were some back in the day, and then they moved out of the city. They're back. They've opened up several now in the area, but the first one opened up in the Donaldson Hermitage area. We went there, checked it out, had it a few times since, as you can probably tell. We had some snow videos, so we got our first big snowstorm right around there. Next big one, Titans, Bengals, the playoff game. We all know how that one went. Did not go well for us. I always assume like the Titans videos do really well when the Titans lose, maybe, because like opposing fans like to come in and just like hate watch them and then just talk trash. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! We're ready to go.
Push this in. Donta Foreman broke off a huge run. I'm not vlogging any more plays. All I seem to catch is interceptions.
The Ravens playoff video from 2021 was probably the most commented on video I've ever had, because it was nothing but Ravens fans just like dancing on the graves of the Titans, and then Titans fans who watched the video commenting back to them like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It was wild. That one had a lot of comments in it. So, but this was the Bengals loss in the playoffs last year. It didn't blow up the way the Ravens lost it. I guess the Bengals fans are nicer than the Ravens fans are. Maybe that's a takeaway from that one. Yeah, but that one was one of the first spikes of the year. Next up, we had our run of Nashville Hot Chicken Week videos. Oh my God, that means that's coming up again, doesn't it? Oh boy, here we go. February, we got our Peloton. I've used it quite a bit, but obviously not enough. Gotta get on that. I don't want to keep calling myself fat throughout this video. Stop calling yourself fat, Uncle Mad. Get back to it. I had a Super Bowl video where we showed off our Super Bowl spread. I went to the AEW Dynamite live in Nashville. First time I've been to a Dynamite show, AEW. They haven't been back since. I feel like we're getting left out of this rotation for AEW. I don't know if we didn't have enough crowd at that event or what, but I haven't got many there. Then this is where we really started to spike. This is where the growth of the channel really took off in this stretch of videos that we have coming up here. We had MLS Kickoff Week, which featured us going to a special team store pop-up event to get the new jersey. Had a video where I went to the stadium and kind of talked my thoughts through of where the stadium progress was, what I thought Nashville SC was going to do for the season. Then we have our first really big video of the year was the NHL Stadium Series game that came to Nissan Stadium. I went there, great experience, fun atmosphere, could barely see the game.
Keeper. He's going. Goes out.
But I got 2,200 views on that video, so that was a big one for us there. That was an awesome experience. Love to see something like that come back again. Kickoff week 2022 continued. We went to a watch party for the first game of the season. Me and Jesta ended up being the photo special advertisement that went out from that. They took some photos of the event. We ended up being the face of Nashville SC. I'll insert that picture here. Things kind of slowed down after that. Didn't publish much else in February. March was slow. Not a whole lot going on in March. Got the Blackstone in March, as I mentioned. Got a video there. Almost 1,000 views on the first video where I brought out the Blackstone grill and started working it. That was pretty cool. Not much else in March. All right, April 12th, one of the biggest videos of the year, 8,500 views. The first look at Geodis Park. Season ticket members got to go in, kind of walk around certain areas of the stadium. look around. They did open training on the pitch. That was our first time inside Geodis Park, getting to see what the stadium looked like, what our seats were gonna look like. All right, so in our stadium update videos, we've got to look at these steps from afar. But now we actually get to go up them, and good Lord, they are steeper than I anticipated. Whew. Here we are. Holy. This is going to be our match debut for the season. Wow. These seats are even better than I thought they were going to be. That was so cool. That got us so hyped for the season, so excited for that game. Awesome experience to get to go there. One of the best videos of the year, and you can understand why. You know, people were curious. It was a brand new stadium. What did it look like? What was inside? What did the views from the field look like? So that one was big. Big show for the Garth Brooks live one. That got quite a few views. That concert went over better. We had a Garth Brooks video in 2021 where the show got canceled because of lightning. So we actually got to see the show this time, so that was cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention please. It's time lightning is directly above.
Of course. Of course.
Another Nashville SC video did pretty well. The team store opening, it was another chance to get inside the stadium and get an early look at it, but also got to get the first look at the team store, which I still think is a little too small. I think they should have built a bigger team store. It can get really crowded in there on game days, and the Titans Pro Shop has the same problem. Like, you know, you go to the Mega Store at Old Trafford, I've been there, it's like gigantic. I don't know if they, you know, don't expect to sell the same stuff that you'd sell as, you know, a big club like Manchester United, but yeah, put a little bit more effort into the team store, I would. Just me, personally, personal opinion there. The next one, biggest video of the year, I think, 9,200 views. The first game at Geodis Park, Nashville SC versus Philadelphia Union. What an experience that was. What an awesome atmosphere. Geodis Park was great throughout the year. They, you know, I just said the team store should have been bigger, but really they knocked it out of the park in terms of making that a really fun, really great venue to watch soccer. Obviously the next kind of evolution of it is going to be the surrounding area needs more development. You know, parking was a huge issue for a lot of people throughout the year. There's not a whole lot of activities like bars, restaurants in the immediate like walking distance around the stadium, but you can already see the progress that's going on of that. Like the mixed use development between the stadium and the racetrack was just constantly under development, constantly going up. So, you know, as we start here in the next month or two, February 25th, hopefully we'll start to see some of that progress continue and kind of come to fruition. But awesome day at the stadium there that first day. That was incredible. The game day vlogs did really well going forward. We got one against Real Salt Lake, 3,100 views. Atlanta United in the Open Cup, 2,300 views. That was my first time sitting in club seats at Geodis Park, which is awesome. We actually wanted to switch our seats to club for the new season, but everybody who signed up for the club seats had to sign a 2 or 3 year contract, so there weren't any openings over there. But that's something we may explore in the future, is moving our season tickets into the club section, because I mean, they're more expensive obviously, but you definitely can get your money's worth with the all-inclusive food and drinks that are offered over there. And the interior club areas are just awesome too. Like the one is like a country music kind of honky-tonk setup, one is more like a sports bar. Every time I was in club section this season, I had a great experience. Definitely something I'm going to be doing more of next year. May 13th, I posted my first ever short, which is like YouTube's version of trying to kind of do TikToks. It was a Hani Mukhtar penalty against Atlanta United. 1,900 views. Those do surprisingly well. I had one in particular, a short, that really blew up and was a big one for me. We'll get to that coming up later on in the channel. Yeah, but that shorts are something I probably should try to do more of, but I never think of like a good opportunity to do them. I'm not creative enough to come up with like a cool 30-second videos. Like half the shorts I did were like Hani Mukhtar penalties, really. So going on into starting to get into the summer months, May, we've got more soccer games. They all did well. What else did we have here? Then we had Burger Week in June. Once again, these food videos will be the death of me. Then me and Nephew P, actually it wasn't Nephew P on this one, it was just me, went first Disney Universal trip of the season. Flew down to Florida, did Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind for the first time at Epcot. Boarding Group 1. What a way it is going to be to start the day. Estimated wait, 100 minutes. All right.
Basically a walk-on. Here we freaking go.
Okay, I've walked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man.
I think we're jumping back.
Uh-oh, here we go.
A lot of fun there. That was actually, I think that was that the only time I actually went to Disney this year? We'll find out. I did a lot of Universal because I've got a Universal annual pass, and Disney's tickets just got too expensive, so I didn't do much Disney this year. I think that might have been the only time I did any Disney this year. Was actually, I did one day at Epcot on my most recent trip, so that's not true. Summer is in full swing. We went to the first Buc-ee's ever in Tennessee. I love Buc-ee's. You know, it's something I've only recently discovered in the last year, but they are an incredible experience. Everybody should go to Buc-ee's at least once in your life to get that experience. We went to the first ever one there.
There's Bucky himself. He's here in person. Oh, it's Bucky. Real Bucky. Wanna go meet him?
Got it? You want to get in there with him?
No, I'm good. All right, trying the beaver nuggets.
Got Gareth Bale's MLS debut. First game at Geodis Park, he came on as a late sub and didn't really do anything up until the final, in the Lost Cup final, when he finally scored a goal and did something useful. Short where Nephew P almost got eaten by a raptor did pretty good. Then we had SummerSlam, which that was awesome that SummerSlam came to Nashville. It was a really cool event at Nissan Stadium. We've been told we're basically guaranteed at WrestleMania. If the Titans get their new stadium, the 2026 WrestleMania would likely come here. No, I think it was the 2027 WrestleMania would likely come here if we got the new stadium, which would be awesome. I've always wanted to go to WrestleMania. I came very close. Me and a buddy were on the verge of pulling the trigger at the very last minute of going to New Orleans for WrestleMania 30. We were like, we could do it, we could do it, we could do it. But ultimately, we just didn't have that last little bit of like emphasis, word that I can't think of here to push us to pull the trigger on that. We were like talking about it on like the Friday before. Let's just drive down there. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And just came very close to pulling the trigger on it, but we didn't quite. So SummerSlam, awesome that it came here. Got to go to a big WWE event. I mentioned this earlier, the biggest video I've ever done was a short. The comments on it went insane. The views of it were insane. 12,000 views currently. Was a short I made out of the video clip where Brock Lesnar flipped the ring with a tractor trailer. Somebody in the comments got a little specific about it and said he didn't actually flip the ring, he just lifted it, so whatever. But 12,000 views on that, that shows you like if you get a good short that goes nuts, it can just do like an insane amount of views. Actually, I want to look at the analytics on that to see something.
Can't win. He's just going to destroy everything.
He's lifting it!
Oh my God! What? What? Oh my God!
Yeah, so that one short, it's like 10 seconds long, had 12,000 views, and I added 27 subscribers off a 19-second video. So that's like, you know, for my channel at least, that's like a crazy big production, good stuff there. Then we actually had SummerSlam. Nephew P joined me at that. That was a fun event. We went to Ric Flair's last match next at the Municipal Auditorium. That one was not so much fun. There were some really good matches on it, but ultimately Ric Flair's part of it was just a bummer seeing him almost die in the ring basically to get one last match in. So then me and Nephew P went to Orlando together. We did a full Universal trip. He got to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for the first time. We did a deal at Disney's. We did do a little Disney. We went to Chef Mickey, so he got to meet the characters up close for the first time.
My God, it's time. It's the main man. Here he is. Oh my God, finally, he gets to meet him.
That was awesome because the first time I took him to Disney, they were still doing the socially distanced meet and greets with characters where Mickey had to be like 7 feet behind you when you took your picture. So this was his first chance to actually really get to meet the characters, get to hug them, get to high five Goofy. That was awesome for him to finally get to do that. You know, for me too, I got to meet the characters and get a couple hugs in, so that was a cool one. Another YouTube short that did really well, once again, Nephew P from that trip. He met Spider-Man. Nephew P's full name, don't tell anybody, is Parker. And we met Spider-Man. Spider-Man was like, oh, hey, what's your name? And he said, oh, my name's Parker. And Spider-Man was like, oh, hey, that's my, I know a guy named Pete with that name. So Spider-Man almost revealing his secret identity got a lot of views, 7,000 views on that. Sure, I might need to do more shorts this year. I don't know, but like I said, I never think about them.
Cool, nice hair. What's your name? Parker. Really? Oh, cool. I'm not freaking out or anything. I just, Parker's a really good name. It reminds me of the guy who takes my pictures. Peter Parker.
The Titans-Bills watch party, fun event, terrible game for the Titans. A lot of that this year, though, so. Went back to Orlando again, this time in October. Had a solo day at Universal, one of my first times ever doing kind of just like a solo walk around doing my own thing in the theme park. So usually I'm there with a buddy or family or friends or Nephew P or something. Did a solo day by myself, it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna have more of those coming up. Subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on for notification. I'm going next week, I've kind of alluded to it, so you'll see that soon. And this is the one other Disney I did a brief, like half a day at Epcot for Food and Wine Fest before I had to fly out. Came back home, went to the watch party at the stadium to watch Nashville SC's season end against the Galaxy. That one was kind of a bummer. Here's a vlog where I was trying to buy Blink-182 tickets while me and Nephew built a Halloween Oreo gingerbread house. Did not successfully get Blink-182 tickets, still don't have the Blink-182 tickets. We'll be getting the Blink-182 tickets at some point in time, so there will be a vlog of me going to a Blink-182 concert or two in 2023. Things to come. Then comes our vacation. Me and Justin went to Jamaica this year, the Bahia Principe. I tried to be, like I said, I tried to be a little bit more informative on this trip because I saw how good the videos from Mexico did, where I was getting a lot of views and I was getting a lot of questions about the resort. So I tried to make these videos more like resort tour. What did we experience? What did we think? You know, I tried to be a little bit more informative on those. Those are already doing pretty good. A lot of them are in the 800s and almost thousands of views on those. So we'll see. Will they spike up next year the way the Mexico video spiked this year? I don't know, but we'll find out.
Look at this. Holy shnikes. This is definitely the best view we've ever had at our Bahia resort.
We were gonna do a video, like when we got back, kind of a wrap-up video, you know, full thoughts on the trip, full thoughts on the resort, you know, pros, cons, everything like that. And then I was really busy with work when we got back. I had to catch up on a bunch of stuff, and Jesta was too. And I think like 2 weeks after we got back, I said, hey, do you want to do that video where we like are gonna sum up the trip and give our full thoughts on the Bahia Principe resort in Jamaica? And she goes, I barely even remember the trip. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So we never did that. I think we even mentioned it in one of the vlogs. It was like, stay tuned, I'm gonna do a full recap video. Never did it. So it'll peek behind the curtain of how the YouTube works. Usually like this year, I think it was this year or was it last year? I don't remember. I kind of switched the format of the channel where instead of having like a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was like, I'm just gonna put out videos when I have them. If I don't do anything, there's nothing interesting going on, I'm not gonna like force a vlog. I'm not gonna be like, let's just go eat a sandwich and I'll post that. So there was more sporadic on the schedule this year. I think that started this year, but it might have started last year. I don't know. But with so much going on in the build up to Christmas week, you know, we had, like I said, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically 8, 9, 10, even maybe straight days of videos coming out. And that's gonna continue with this one. We're gonna have another one I'm gonna put out tomorrow. Then we've got New Year's Eve vlogs that are coming out. We're really kind of rolling on like a stretch of a new video every day, which hasn't happened in a kind of a long time on the channel. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Bally's video did okay. 300 views on that one, 200 views on our trip home from Bally's. So Bally's, I still haven't figured out how to say it, but that's pretty much it. It was a good year. Some fun stuff happened. Some cool videos got to come out. Some of the videos like I made, I didn't like have more fun making the videos than anybody watched, like me being an idiot sitting outside to watch the Titans game because I didn't get to go to it. Was just happened, but it was one of the highlights of the year. Got my hot cocoa. Hot cocoa. And gotta get your stadium snacks. A little bit of popcorn. Come on, you Titans. 7-7 right now. About to have to cook a prime rib, so I'm not gonna be out here that long. Ah. Popcorn already eat with these gloves on. For me already, so there's more to come in the future. I'm actually gonna do a video tomorrow talking about some ideas, some thoughts I have for what I wanna do on the channel in 2023. It's been something I've been toying with, an idea I've been kind of bouncing around in my head. I'll share that tomorrow. So come back tomorrow to see that video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell on for notifications. Stick around, we're rolling into 2023 and there's only gonna be more to come. Thanks for watching.